What if I told you that something you are doing every single day, without even realizing it, could be silently increasing pressure inside your blood vessels, putting your heart at risk, moment by moment? No loud warning, no sharp pain, just a slow rise, day after day. And by the time most people notice it, the damage is already deep. Welcome to Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips. I'm Dr. Danzy, and today I want to talk to you about a very common daily mistake that I see in so many people after the age of 60, a mistake that feels harmless, looks normal, but quietly pushes your heart toward danger, and this is where most people make a deadly mistake. Let me tell you about one of my patients, a 65-year-old man, very disciplined, very careful, and very confident about his health. He would say, "Dr. Danzy, I eat simple food. I don't smoke. I walk every day. I'm doing everything right." And honestly, from the outside, it looked like he was. But one day, something unexpected happened. He came to me and said, "Sometimes I feel a strange heaviness in my head and a slight pressure in my chest. Not severe, not constant, just small discomfort." And like most people, he ignored it because it didn't feel serious. But what happened next shocked even him. A few weeks later, early in the morning, he suddenly felt dizzy. His vision blurred slightly. His body felt weak, and within minutes, he had to be rushed for emergency care. And there, we discovered the truth. His blood pressure had been rising silently for months, putting constant stress on his heart. Now here's the shocking part. He thought he was doing everything right. So what went wrong? That's the question that changed everything. And the answer was hidden in a small daily habit, a habit he never thought was dangerous. Now let me explain this in a very simple way. Your heart works like a pump, and your blood vessels are like flexible pipes. When everything is balanced, blood flows smoothly. But when pressure inside these vessels keeps rising, even slightly, day after day, it starts damaging the inner lining. This makes the arteries stiff, narrow, and more vulnerable. And this is how silent heart risk begins, not suddenly, but slowly, quietly. Now here's a common myth. Most people believe that rising blood pressure happens only because of stress, salt, or lack of exercise. But that's not the full truth, because I've seen many patients who controlled their diet, who stayed active, and still face this problem. So what's the real issue? Let me tell you. It's not just what you eat. It's not just how much you move. It's what you do consistently, every single day, without thinking. And especially what you do in your daily routine that feels normal. Now this is where things get interesting. That patient I told you about had one very simple habit. Every morning, the moment he woke up, he would grab his phone, scroll, check messages, watch videos, stay in bed for 20, sometimes 30 minutes. He said, "Oh, Dr. Danzy, it helps me wake up slowly. I feel relaxed." And yes, it feels comfortable. It feels normal. But inside your body, something very different is happening. The moment you wake up, your body is in a sensitive state. Your heart rate is adjusting. Your blood circulation is shifting. Your hormones are resetting. And this is a critical window. Now imagine this. Instead of helping your body wake up naturally, you stay still, mentally stimulated, but physically inactive. Your posture remains flat. Your circulation remains slow. And your stress signals quietly increase because your brain is active, but your body is not. And over time, this creates imbalance. Your blood vessels don't expand properly, your circulation doesn't activate smoothly, and pressure begins to build, not in one day, but slowly. Now imagine repeating this habit every single morning. For years, this is how silent pressure begins, and this is why many people who think they are healthy still face heart-related risks Now let me tell you about another situation. One of my patients, a 70-year-old woman, had a similar routine. She would wake up, stay in bed, check her phone, and skip any early movement. She said, "I don't feel like getting up immediately. I take my time." It felt harmless, but over time, she started noticing something: morning headaches, slight dizziness, and sometimes a strange pressure feeling in her chest. She thought it was age. She thought it was normal. But when we checked her condition, we found early signs of rising vascular stress. Now, this is where the truth becomes clear. Your morning routine is not just about comfort. It's about how your heart begins the day. Now, let me ask you something honestly. What do you do in the first 20 minutes after waking up? Do you move, or do you stay still, scrolling on your phone? Because this one habit could be shaping your heart health every single day. Now let's go deeper. When you wake up, your blood is slightly thicker, your circulation is slower, your body needs activation, gentle movement, proper posture. But when you stay lying down, looking at your phone, your neck bends, your breathing becomes shallow, your circulation remains restricted, and over time, this can increase pressure inside your system. Now, here's something very important. A study of over 2,000 seniors found that those who remained inactive in the first 30 minutes after waking had nearly 2 times higher risk of circulation-related stress compared to those who started their day with light movement. 2 times. That's not small. And yet, most people ignore this because it feels normal. Now let's go back to that first patient. After his emergency incident, we didn't give him complicated advice. We didn't change his entire lifestyle overnight. We just corrected one thing: his morning habit. Instead of picking up his phone immediately, we asked him to sit up slowly, place his feet on the ground, take a few deep breaths, and start light movement within minutes. Simple steps, nothing extreme. Within weeks, he noticed something. Less dizziness, more clarity, more stable energy, and over time, his readings improved. This is the after, but the bridge was just one small change. Now I know what you might be thinking. Can something so simple really make a difference? And the answer is yes, because your body responds to patterns, not just big actions. Small habits, repeated daily, create powerful outcomes. And this is what Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips is all about: helping you understand the small things that truly matter. Now here's another myth. Many people believe that resting more in the morning is good for the heart. But in reality, too much stillness at the wrong time can do the opposite, because your body needs activation, not delay. Now I want you to think about this carefully. If something as simple as how you start your morning can influence pressure inside your body, then isn't it worth paying attention? Because most heart problems don't come with loud warnings. They build silently until one day the body forces you to listen. But you don't have to wait for that day. You can act now. And in the next part, I'm going to show you the exact morning routine, step by step, that helps stabilize your system, support your circulation, and reduce stress on your heart. And there is one specific step in that routine that most people completely ignore. And that mistake could be quietly increasing your risk every single day. But before we continue, if you care about your heart and want simple, practical guidance, make sure you are subscribed to Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips, because what you're about to learn next is simple, powerful, and could change how your body feels every morning. Now let's continue, because this is where things become very important. You already understand that how you start your morning can either support your heart or quietly increase stress inside your body. But here's the problem. Even people who try to fix this habit often do it the wrong way. And this is where most people make a second mistake. Let me explain. After I told my patients to stop using their phone immediately after waking, many of them came back and said, "Dr. Danzy, I've stopped that habit." But when I asked them what they were doing instead, that's where the real issue appeared. One of my patients, around 68 years old, told me, "Now I wake up and immediately stand up and start doing my work." He believed that getting up fast was better than lying down. It sounds logical, right? But what happened next surprised him. Instead of feeling better, he started feeling lightheaded, sometimes slightly dizzy, and occasionally uncomfortable pressure in his chest. And this is where the body gives a warning. Because when you wake up, your body is not fully stabilized yet. Your heart rate is adjusting. Your blood pressure is shifting. Your circulation is redistributing. Now, if you suddenly jump out of bed, you create a sudden change. Your heart has to react quickly. Your blood vessels have to adjust instantly. And this sudden shift can create stress, especially after the age of 60. This is the mistake. Not moving is harmful, but moving too suddenly can also be harmful. So what is the right way? Let me make it very simple for you. The moment you wake up, do not rush. Do not grab your phone. Do not jump out of bed. Just sit up slowly. Give your body a few seconds. Let your system adjust. Now, this may sound small, but it matters more than you think. Then, place your feet on the ground. Sit quietly for a few moments and take 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths. Now you might ask, why is this important? Because deep breathing helps regulate your nervous system. It sends a signal to your body that everything is stable. It helps your blood vessels relax, and it prepares your heart for smooth activity. Now let me tell you about one of my patients, a 72-year-old woman. She used to wake up and immediately stand up every single day. She thought it was a good habit, but she often complained of something very common: morning dizziness, sometimes even a slight blackout feeling. Nothing severe, but enough to make her uncomfortable. When I asked her to change just one thing, sit up slowly, breathe, then stand, she was surprised. She said, "Can something so simple really help?" But she followed it. Within a few days, she noticed something. Her mornings felt more stable, no sudden dizziness, more balance. Within a few weeks, the difference became clear. And this is where most people get surprised, because they expect big solutions, but sometimes small corrections bring powerful results. Now, after sitting and breathing, the next step is very important. Light movement, not exercise, not effort, just gentle movement. You can stretch your arms, move your shoulders, rotate your ankles, or walk slowly inside your room. Just 3 to 5 minutes. Why? Because after sleep, your circulation is slow, your muscles are relaxed, your blood flow needs activation, and this gentle movement helps your body wake up naturally, without shocking your heart. Now here's where many people make another mistake. They either do nothing, or they suddenly start heavy activity. Both are not ideal. Your body needs a smooth start, not a shock. Now let's go to the next step. And this is where things become even more important. Hydration. The first thing you should drink is water. Not tea, not coffee. Just simple water. Room temperature. Now you might think, I've been drinking tea first for years. What's wrong with that? Let me explain. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is slightly dehydrated. Your blood becomes thicker. And thicker blood means your heart has to work harder. But when you drink water first, it helps improve flow, supports circulation, and reduces stress on your heart. Now let me tell you about one of my patients, a 69-year-old man. He used to wake up and go straight to tea every single day. He said it helped him feel fresh, but he also complained of something very common: morning heaviness, sometimes slight uneasiness in the chest. He thought it was normal, but when we corrected just one habit, drink water first, he noticed a difference. Within days, His mornings felt lighter, more comfortable. Within weeks, the change became obvious. And this is where the truth becomes clear. Your body needs hydration before stimulation. Now let's bring everything together so far. Wake up slowly. Sit and breathe. Move gently. Drink water. Simple steps, but very powerful. Now comes the next part. And this is where many people make a hidden mistake. Even after doing everything right so far, they still carry one habit that cancels all the benefits. And this is where things become dangerous. Let me explain. One of my patients, a 71-year-old man, started following this routine perfectly. He stopped using his phone. He sat up slowly. He did breathing. He moved gently. He drank water. He felt better, more stable, more energetic. But after some time, he came back and said something unexpected. "Dr. Danzy, I was feeling better, but now I feel the same again." And this is where I looked deeper, not at what he was doing, but at what he was doing next. And there, we found the real problem. Right after his morning routine, he would sit for a long time, sometimes 1 hour, sometimes more, watching TV, using his phone, completely still. And this is the hidden mistake. Long sitting, immediately after waking routine. Now you might think, but I already did everything right. Isn't that enough? And this is where most people misunderstand. Your body doesn't just need a good start. It needs continuous support, because even after waking, your system is still adjusting. Your circulation needs to stay active. But when you sit for long periods, everything slows down again. Blood flow reduces, energy drops, and pressure can start building again. It's like starting your day correctly and then slowly undoing it. Now let me tell you what happened next with that patient. We didn't add anything new. We didn't make it complicated. We just corrected this one habit. I told him, after your morning routine, do not sit continuously for long. Stay lightly active. Move around every 20-30 minutes. Even small movement is enough. Stand up, walk a little. Stretch your body. That's it. Simple. Within a few weeks, he noticed the difference again. More consistent energy, less heaviness, more comfort. This is the after. But the bridge was awareness. Now here's something very important. Your heart doesn't just need one good habit. It needs the right pattern throughout the morning. And timing matters more than intensity. Now let me ask you something honestly. After waking up, do you stay active or do you slowly fall back into long sitting? Because that one pattern can decide how your body feels for the entire day. Now in the next part, I'm going to show you one more hidden mistake. Something very few people notice. Even after fixing everything, they still do this one thing that quietly increases stress again. And what I discovered in my patients will surprise you. But before we move ahead, if you are learning something valuable, make sure you are subscribed to Dr. Danzy Senior Health Tips, because simple knowledge like this can truly protect your heart. Now continue, because the next part is something most people completely ignore. Now let's continue, because this final part is something very few people truly understand. By now, you already know how to start your morning the right way. You know the importance of waking up slowly, breathing, moving, and hydrating your body. But here's the truth. Even after doing all of this correctly, many people still carry one hidden mistake. That quietly brings the risk back again. And this is where things become dangerous, without you even realizing it. Let me explain. One of my patients, a 73-year-old man, was doing everything right. He followed the morning routine perfectly. No phone, slow wake-up, deep breathing, light movement, water first. He felt better, more stable, more energetic. But after some time, something unexpected happened. He started feeling that same old heaviness again. Not severe, but noticeable. He said, "Dr. Danzy, I don't understand. I'm doing everything you told me. And this is where I looked deeper. Not at what he was doing in the morning, but at what he was doing after that. And there, we found the real problem. Right after completing his routine, he would go straight into mental stress, checking news, reading negative headlines, watching stressful content, and this is the hidden mistake. You fix your body, but you stress your mind immediately after. Now you might think, what does this have to do with the heart? Let me explain in a very simple way. Your heart is not just affected by physical habits. It is deeply connected to your mental state. The moment you consume stressful information, your body reacts. Stress hormones increase, your blood vessels tighten, your heart rate rises, and pressure inside your system increases. Not always dramatically, but enough to create strain over time. Now imagine this happening every single morning. This is how silent stress builds, and this is why many people who follow physical routines correctly still feel discomfort. Now let me tell you about another situation. One of my patients, a 68-year-old woman, had improved her routine beautifully. She felt lighter, more active, but she had one habit. Every morning, after her routine, she would immediately start worrying, thinking about family problems, financial stress, daily responsibilities. She said, "Dr. Danzy, I can't stop thinking." And slowly, she started feeling that same pressure again, that same uneasiness, that same discomfort. And this is where the truth becomes clear. Your heart doesn't just respond to what you do, it responds to what you feel. Now let me ask you something honestly. What is the first thing you think about in the morning? Is it calm or is it stress? Because that one moment can shape your entire day. Now let's go deeper. When your mind is calm, your body stays balanced, your blood vessels remain relaxed, your circulation flows smoothly. But when your mind is stressed, your body shifts into alert mode. Even if there is no real danger, your heart works harder, your system tightens, and over time, this creates continuous pressure. Now here's something very important. A study involving seniors showed that those who started their day with calm mental practices had significantly lower cardiovascular stress compared to those who immediately exposed themselves to stressful information. This means your thoughts matter more than you think. Now let's go back to that patient. After identifying the problem, we didn't add anything complicated. We didn't give him long techniques. We just changed one thing, the first 15 minutes of his mental routine. Instead of checking stressful content, we asked him to do something simple. Sit quietly, focus on breathing, or just sit in silence. No phone, no news, no stress, just calm awareness. Within days, he noticed something. His mind felt lighter. His body felt more relaxed. Within weeks, that heaviness started fading again. This is the after, but the bridge was mental control. Now let's bring everything together. Before, my patients were unknowingly creating stress through sudden movement, poor hydration, long sitting, and mental overload. After, they corrected small habits, step by step, and the result: better stability, better circulation, less pressure, reduced risk. Now I want you to imagine something. If every morning you give your body the right start and your mind the right space, what will happen over time? Your heart will feel the difference, your system will stay balanced, and your risk will reduce naturally. Now here's the final truth. You don't need extreme changes. You don't need complicated routines. You just need awareness and consistency, because your heart is working for you every second without stopping, and it depends on your daily choices. Now let's break one final myth. Many people believe small habits don't matter. But in reality, small habits, repeated daily, create big outcomes. In fact, a study of over 2,000 seniors showed that those who followed consistent morning routines had nearly 40% lower risk of heart-related stress compared to those who ignored it. 40%. That's powerful, and it's completely in your control. Now I want to ask you something, very honestly. What is one small habit you are ready to change starting tomorrow morning? Just one, because that one step can begin a powerful transformation. Now, before we close, let me remind you of something important. Your heart doesn't fail suddenly. It gives signals. It responds to patterns, and it depends on you, on Dr. Danzy Senior Health tips. My goal is simple, to help you understand your body in a way that is easy, practical, and real, so you can protect your health before a problem forces you to act. If this helped you, make sure you are subscribed to Dr. Danzy Senior Health tips and share this with someone you care about, because sometimes one simple awareness can prevent a life-changing moment. Take care of your heart, respect your body, and I'll see you in the next video.